Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get to this podcast off the ground, I had so many questions. How do I record an episode? Where do I find my background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? Where do I find the advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. So, if you want to start a podcast, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Hey guys. I just got up really early in the morning for this. But hey, just like with America, duty calls. So, yeah, I think I need to get up for a bit. So we can get down to business. So yeah, we begin with the first episode of Captain America. No second episode of included, unlike with WandaVision. So yeah, unlike with WandaVision, we begin with. So, yeah, we're gonna get something out of the way. I was really wrong about who's gonna, if both of them will be sharing Captain America's shield. Okay, now we can talk. I gotta say, I'm really impressed with the first episode. Begins with the side of despair and it rather pass it a torch is of course retiring the shield. For what I heard, and the other, the route of PTSD in his time of Hydra. So we're gonna take a review of Sam's route and Bucky's route all together in one episode. But to warn you, there will be spoilers ahead. If you guys haven't seen Falcon and Winter Soldier, do so now, because this is a spoiler ahead. But if you cancel your Disney Plus, however, and because of Gina Carano, because of the aftermath of Lucasfilm, however, welcome aboard. But the others, you were warned. So yeah, we begin with Captain America Winter Soldier with an episode, New World Order. And of course, we begin with, Can we cut the music right now? Can we cut it right now? Yeah, guys, this is not what I mean a New World Order. I don't mean wrestling. I don't mean the wrestling stable that had entered the Hall of Fame like Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall, who were Diesel and Razor Ramon, respectfully. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. It's just this is like a rebellion. That New World Order, you know, just like the one we're living in right now. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, folks. Won't happen again. Yeah, sorry about that. It's just with this joke out of the way. Now let's get back to business. And welcome to the first ever review of Captain America: Winter Soldier, part of March Mayhem. Whew. Now the episode is New World Order, and of course we begin with Sam Wilson thinking over of wielding Captain America's shield. And of course, and we heard the dialogue exchange between both Sam Wilson and a very old but now retiring age Steve Rogers, who of course we heard that he might have passed away. But so Sam has packed up and zipped up a bag that has Captain America's shield. And of course, well, I should stop saying that now. But however, we have before he could go and make an announcement regarding to Cap's shield, and he's already having a mission with the having a mission and like with one of the with the LAF capturing one of the American soldiers hostages, which is more of a French of the French terrorist organization. Of course, alliances are broken. The Allies have become adversaries. And of course, we sprung into action. Now that's what I want to see. I mean, the action was awesome, and Sam was flying the call for Red Wing via AI to dispatch and then went the Falcon just swoop up there when I'm playing. And, well, and the pilot just told the leader that someone's up the window. And the captain is like, Louis, I'm gonna kill you for this. And then he entered the plane and he rescued the captain of the army or the Air Force. I think, well, I don't know, Army or Air Force, but they all wear camouflage. But the LAF were beginning to attack them. It says like Gumbel, the retired basketball player, who blocked the shot and did some taunting. And then he got the bulletproof wings, which of course, deflects the bullets. Which results of killing the LAF pilot. And they are gaining altitude. And they're gaining altitude before it was switched to autopilot. And then it said it have found and rescued the pilot, but the leader at LAF just attacked him from out of nowhere. And no, yes, there's going to be wrestling reference, and no, not with an RKO. Just a sucker punch, that's all. But the Falcon bounced back. And then we have, of course, with everything in that place. With the rescue, but things went wrong. Because Bucket's trying to find which was Captain Captain Tennant, but these are LAF, and they began to shoot around Falcon, and then he was pursued by the Saudi helicopters. And, well, not the Saudi helicopters, I mean which of course, missiles by the Saudis, and then go through every LAF helicopters. But hey, lo and behold, he got to the last one, and he made it. And he rescued the captain. So he is held as the hero. So I guess that's it for Captain America. Oh, sorry. I mean, for the rescue mission. And we see Sam having a special announcement. This is breaking news from ABC News with George Stephanopoulos. Or, I'm sorry. I wonder if we're going to get ABC News with George Stephanopoulos, chief anchor of ABC News, or the co-anchor of the nightly news. However, we see Sam get an announcement that, of course, he did confirm that Steve Rogers passed away of old age. Along, which is of course like 9 years after his wife. Yep, he passed away 9 years after his wife. Well, yeah, I mean, Endgame did the time jump, so yeah, that's a big connection for this episode, is to Avengers Endgame. And Falcon, however, just announced that he will be retiring Captain America's shield. And so Captain America's shield will not be in the hands of Falcon, and it will not be shared with Bucky Barnes of wherever he is. But however, we see Captain Rhodey, the Thanos survivor, and voice of Donald Duck of DuckTales. So Donald could be understood what he was saying with a pill invented by Ludwig von Duck. Professor Ludwig von Duck. But beside the point, I did like this scene with yeah, sorry, I didn't have any coffee this morning, because I had to get something that is close to caffeination, and that's soda, a Coca-Cola zero sugar, but nevertheless. But I did like that heart-to-heart conversation between both African-American heroes. Sam Wilson, who's Falcon, and Captain James Rhodes, or Rhodey, aka War Machine. Well, who both lost their close friends. Yes, Wilson of Steve Rogers, who's been special friends with Sam, and Tony Stark, Iron Man, who is close friends with Rhodes. Yeah, after the Civil War back in 2016, the two are pretty good friends, nevertheless. And of course, talking about Captain America, Ed said, I like the way Sam says he would never be the new Captain America. And there could never be another Captain America like Steve Rogers. Like back in World War I. Right before what happened. And then, in conversation with, I'll be in touch. And we see whatever happened back in the hotel. And we see someone going up stairs. But I'm not gonna mention due to the race, because after what happened around the Wednesday or Tuesday night involving the incident at Atlanta, so nope, I'm not gonna mention that. So we see the Winter Soldier in the Hydra years did some killing. Did some killing of the people. And we begin with, and there was the guy who just quivering and make sure he didn't witness anything. But it was too late. As the Winter Soldier pointed a gun at him, it said, "Hell Hydra," and then he shot him. But however, we didn't see, and we see Bucky Barnes, or real name James Barnes, but everyone calls him Bucky. And he was really, really, scared. Because he had a nightmare. So, and he went to a GTA 5 style of therapy. With therapy, however, with the therapist. So Buggy just talked about his nightmares, and the therapist, she ain't having that, because she also served in the army. So yeah, she also served in the army, however, and having a talk with Bucky, and of course he did some things that are non-lethal as the Winter Soldier, like he went Beverly Hills Cop on the senator who's been talking about finishing off a senator. But like I say, that's yeah, just like they did a Beverly Hills Cop thing. You just took her in alive. And we see having a talk with the Japanese American named Mr. Yoshi, and he was angry that he's trash. It's taking a trash, it's someone else's trash, and Bucky is just breaking up the argument, and was going to take him to dinner. But the angry owner, however, just told him no talking, and he accepts. But however, they're pretty close, and which lightens the mood by that much. And of course, there is some humor, like this. I'd say there's a cute girl with a Bucky, for just to go on a date, and of course she accepts, at 11. They close. So 11 o'clock. But then it turned into a really emotional moment when the one where he with the owner, of course, was was really upset because he talking about his son. That he had died, and we're gonna get to that in a bit. And I gotta say that's a really heartfelt conversation. And then we see Sam going to, after his announcement of retiring the mantle of the Winter Soldier. Or not of the Winter Soldier, but after he regarding to Captain America, Cap Shield, he goes to Louisiana and visit his his nephews, and his sister Sarah, who of course was why I say but although not happy because of her situation right now. And her situation is the loans. He was trying to help her get the loans, but she don't want anything to do with it. Then and then of course we have the shrimp. You know, they are selling seafood, but at boating, and you know, because the sister was struggling to keep the business alive, you know, because of her personal loans she's in debt with. But we are not having that. However, well, he's not having that. And then he would be able to help, and they were able to pack up and of course get the and deliver the food to the people of Louisiana. What? You're not including gators like the swamp people? I mean, have you seen Swamp People? That's a pretty decent show. Now, gator hunting, even though censored the shooting the gators. Well, I know because gators are animals, but hey, they're trophies. It's a gator meat, and it's delicious. But although we'll return to them, and we see Bucky, however, getting the date ready to date with the cashier that they were having lunch with, or waitress, and of course, or server, yeah. And they were ready to play some games, like board games, and with a good old game of Battleship. But to make it interesting, every time you get it, you miss, you take a drink. But if you hit, your opponent takes a drink. But yeah, they were having a discussion, like, of course, like any relatives. If Bucky say that he's got a sister, and then of course parents, but they both passed away. And that's unfortunate because, yeah, Bucky, that kind of hit me right here. Well, I didn't cry or anything, but it's just like hit me home right there because, when mentioning parents both passing away, and yeah, because I got a mask in commemoration of my parents. No, I mean, true. I'm not, because I did have a mask in commemoration of my parents, whom I both lost in the same month. My father a month ago, and my mom 7 years ago on Valentine's. And then of course he just saw what happened, like in his past as a Hydra. And then he goes to Mr. You're gonna see in his apartment, and well, just to owe him, for lunch, because he forgot to do that. And of course, we're still his son, and yeah, his son was the victim was the victim of Winter Soldier's circumstances. Well, in the Hydra years, that is. And of course, and also mentioned in therapy was his time in Wakanda, which is also a connection to my favorite MCU movie. Well, second favorite, well, Avengers Endgame is the second favorite. Black Panther, because of the performance of Chadwick Boseman, may God rest his soul, at the post-credit scene. That's a connection. And that's a connection to that. But also we have Sam and Sarah having a alone, and of course there's another mention, Tony Stark, who I mentioned earlier, on both Sam and Rose, having personal losses. And and that was the biggest loss, not just on, like I say, and again, Sam's not the only one with the loss. And it's just a bit of humor, like, of course, with just taking a selfie with Sam, who is the Falcon. But kidding aside, Sarah is not eligible for the loan. And she just wants to give up, but Sam, again, is not having that. Isn't that what you said when, of course, we gave up Cap Shield? But then again, it's understandable. Just like when NASCAR like Richard Childress, after the death of Dale Earnhardt, to change from 3 to 29 with Kevin Harvick, who's now piloting a Ford under his personal friend, team, Stewart-Haas Racing, with Tony Stewart taking ownership. So, however, we got Captain Tennant. Well, with the rebellion called the Flag Burners, of course, they've committed a rebellion at Germany. It led by what appears to be a woman. So I'm not sure if this man or woman got long hair, because of the long hair, and I couldn't tell, but the leader just attacked the captain, and I thought it killed him. And then, of course, we're trying to get the boat started. Sam's got a message from the captain, which I thought he was dead, but it actually ended up getting injured with that footstep. Just damaged his face, but lucky to be alive. And then he sold the same symbol with those domestic terrorists, or became international terrorists. So, but from the message from the press secretary, and of course, announced that it's time for a new Captain America. And Sam was not happy with the change. So we were introduced to a new Captain America. It was like, huh? What? That's my actual reaction. But we are not, Even though I'm not very angry with that decision. I'm not happy with it, but there's a reason why. So we're gonna find out in next week's episode, which is gonna be close to the conclusion of March Mayhem. Alright guys, that's gonna do about it for this episode, and that's gonna do about it for this review. Alright guys, we're gonna end this episode of Marvel Tuesday, part of March Mayhem. And next week, we're closing in to the end of March Mayhem, which we're gonna end with Godzilla vs. Kong. But don't be upset, because don't be upset if I, of course, had to stop with part 4 of Justice League. But I'm going to tune in to part 5, and then we're going to finish it with, because this is part 2 of Justice League, the Snyder Cut. Which I'll admit, it is the best DCU movie ever. Sorry, Wonder Woman, and sorry, Joss Whedon's Justice League. Y'all were good, but the Snyder Cut was amazing. It's the best of the DCEU. But next week we're gonna do another review, and it'll be the other one. So tune in, and I'll see you guys next week on Marvel Tuesday.